Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, good evening, depending where you're watching us. My name is Mariana. I'm one of the content creators for Sea Turtle Rescue Alliance, and I'm a veterinarian. And today I bring a very dear friend of mine to introduce to you about a very dear rescue center of mine with this introductory interviews for the rescue centers that have affiliated with Sea Turtle Rescue Alliance. Without further ado, Eirini, welcome.
Hello, everyone.
Would you like to
It's so
tell
nice
us?
to.
Yeah. Would you like to tell us where you at, where you work at, and what's your role in there?
Of course. So I'm working at ARCHELON Sea Turtle Rescue Center. I'm the Rehabilitation and Rescue Network Officer. And I'm very happy to do this interview with you for STRA as well.
So where is ARCHELON based at?
So yes, we are based in Greece and more specifically in Athens. The rescue center is located in suburb in the south of Athens. The name is Glyfada, the name of the area, and we're by the sea, so we're very lucky.
So is that where you are at the minute?
Yes, exactly.
It looks so sunny, so nice. How long has ARCHELON been operating for, or in more particular, the rescue center?
Yes, so the rescue center started in 1994. It was only for a couple of turtles, of course, back then. But now we have grown since then, and we continue to do so, which is very exciting. So we're doing a lot of different things here at the rescue center. We have the rehabilitation part, of course, for the injured or sick turtles. We also have the environmental education. So the rescue center is open to the public and to schools as well to raise awareness and learn everything that they need to about sea turtles and how to protect them and how to protect the environment.
And what species, though, that we're talking about sea turtles, what species can you find in Greece? And then from those, do you treat all of them that you can find in Greece, or what's the most common ones that you see?
So we have three species of sea turtles here in Greece, the loggerhead, the green turtle, and the leatherback. Mainly here at the rescue center, we have the loggerhead species. So the majority of our turtle patients are careta careta, and we have a few green turtles as well throughout the year, like between 2 to 4, it's usually. And leatherback, as far as I know, like 20 years ago, we had the case of an injured leatherback sea turtle, but since then, no, we didn't have any.
And how many cases or how many sea turtles do you rescue per year, usually, like approximate?
Yeah, I would say an average is between 60 to 70 sea turtles. And unfortunately, the majority of them are suffering from like deliberately caused head injuries. So usually the majority of the turtle patients, they require quite a lot of time to get well and afterwards be released.
Mm-hmm. So if you see those 60, 70 per year, in one given time, how many turtles can you care for?
Through the winter months, let's say from December now up until April, we care for around 25 sea turtles, while in the summer months from May until October, there are a lot more. We also use the space that we have outdoors, of course. We have plenty of tanks as well outdoors, so we can reach up to 40 turtles that we actually take care of, sometimes even 45 depending.
It does get very busy, doesn't it? So you already told me a little bit, but what are the most common injuries that you see or illnesses that you've been treating for?
Yes, so like I mentioned earlier, unfortunately the majority of them, the majority of the turtles are coming here with head traumas. A lot of them, they're quite severe actually. And that's why they required a lot of time, like even 1 year, in order to get better, or sometimes even longer. Apart from that, we also have cases where the turtles have ingested hook or fishing line. And during the winter months, it's quite common to receive turtles that are suffering from a lung infection and hypothermia as well. So these are the three main reasons why the turtles would come here.
Yeah. So what is the situation at the minute with your veterinary care? How do your turtles can get treated at your center?
So the daily treatments and administration of medications and anything that they need is taking place. I'm doing them basically as with the great help of my assistant as well. And also a volunteer that we have who is actually trained for medications and some simple treatments, a rehabilitation assistant volunteer, as we call it. We have a vet as well. She's an external collaborator, and she's performing the surgeries like hook removals or amputations if we have those kinds of cases.
Okay.
We are always in contact with her and also with several vets abroad. They are helping us a lot as well. They're giving us advice, and it's very useful to have this kind of communication in order to help out our turtle patients.
Yeah, it's perfect. So what facilities or equipment now do you have access to?
We definitely have to do x-rays on every single turtle that arrives here. For that, we don't have the specific equipment here at the rescue center, but we collaborate with a clinic that is like 5 minutes away from here. They're very kind people and they help us out. So we go outside basically the rescue center in order to get the x-rays done. We have a specific area that we call it the surgery. This is where we actually perform the surgeries with our vet, of course. And yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a nice add-on, that surgery bit, when he first came in. It's quite a nice place to have now, indoors and well taken care of. So does your center carry any research at the minute?
So we collect samples from turtles that are being released or the ones that are fortunately passed away. We collect tissue samples, which are used for genetic analysis, and we also collect carapace samples that are used for isotope analysis. And we also recently concluded a project in collaboration with the Hellenic Marine research center here in Athens. We were collecting samples from different parts of the digestive system of sea turtles, and we were looking into the plastic ingestion basically to find out how many they have ingested, microplastics and also microplastics. So that's it so far, and hopefully we will continue our work regarding the research into different topics as well.
Well, I know that you've also done some research on some behavioral topics, because I know that's a, a funding thing of yours that you've already presented on it.
Yeah, unfortunately there was no time for like a proper publication. We did a poster presentation in 2018 in the Mediterranean Sea Turtle Conference, and it was about environmental enrichment. I'm a huge fan of it. And now in a daily basis, we actually use environmental enrichment for turtles that are doing very well, and they're almost ready to be released. So we're collecting behavioral data for the use of enrichment as well.
Good. And I remember when we used to use it to help them dive a bit more and stimulate them to go for it on the bottom. So yeah, definitely there's a lot of potential on using enrichment as a source of also medical treatment kind of thing for them.
Because like I mentioned, the majority of them, they're suffering from head traumas. So that affects greatly their buoyancy and their balance. So environmental enrichment can actually encourage them to dive.
Mm-hmm. And just on a curiosity note, because you referred about the plastics study that you were doing, on the ones that, because that was done on turtles that passed away, but on the ones that you have at the rescue center, is it common for you to find microplastics being passed on, like in the feces or anything like that? Have you been able to see it?
Yeah, we have some cases. It's not a lot. I would give like between 2 to 5% every year of the turtles that are coming here. They have ingested plastic. Usually it's like hard plastic or like pieces from like how to say, like sandbags, and we don't get that many. Probably there is the microplastic to be there, but the reason that they're coming here is like
The
different.
human interaction, the bad human interaction in this case. Yeah. Okay. What are the main goals or objectives of ARCHELON's Rescue Center?
We're focusing definitely on the rehabilitation, and because of having so many turtles with head traumas, we are putting a lot of effort in like raising awareness, talking to people, to Coast Guards as well, how to help us out, how to rescue a turtle if they see one, and of course to citizens to help them understand how important it is to protect the sea turtle as well. So we do these kinds of like gatherings, like lectures as well in different parts of Greece, which I find them really, really important, because people have to realize that sea turtle is not competition for them, because I think maybe that's what they believe, some of them at least. So they shouldn't see them like that. So we're doing our best to change the point of view, to raise awareness, and of course, the rescue center I mentioned earlier is open to the public daily. We also have schools visiting us, mainly from Athens, but also from all over Greece, if that's possible. Now with Corona, it's not that easy.
I was going to ask you that.
And it's also very important for kids to see a sea turtle like so close. To understand the value of the species, but we also talk about the environment. Like we have to protect the sea turtles, but we also have to protect the environment in general. And we also raise awareness through the environmental education programs that we have about different environmental issues, like the plastic pollution, for example, is definitely like number one. So yeah.
So it's quite interesting for I guess for the people who are listening to us but that don't know, the ARCHELON also has beach projects that does conservation with the nesting females at the beaches, so that it's quite a holistic approach that you have the rescue center for the adults and not so adults that arrive to you, but that you can work directly with that public that can see them there sick, but then you can also show people at the beach what's the normal behavior and how does reproduction happen. And so it's quite an interesting whole process that you get to work with there in Greece, because you see everything: reproduction, foraging, nesting.
Exactly. ARCHELON's field projects, they're running from May until October, and in different parts in Greece as well. We have in Zakynthos, in Peloponnese, and in Crete, which are the main nesting areas for the sea turtles, for the loggerheads in that case. There are many volunteers, hundreds of volunteers helping us in the beach projects, and also of course at the rescue center. So we're also very grateful to them, because we can carry out our work, which is it can be a lot of work to be honest, throughout the whole year.
And I can imagine with COVID it got quite tight.
Yeah, exactly. It was difficult. I think it started to get a bit easier now.
Fingers crossed it will continue to improve. So briefly, because I know we can go on for hours on this subject though. What is one of your most interesting, successful or rewarding cases? It doesn't have to be, I guess, a successful as long as it has been rewarding, but a story that you'd like to share.
Oof, exactly, we can talk for hours about it. I think it's literally one of the most difficult questions that someone can ask me. Okay, I'll choose one of my favorite stories. The story of a loggerhead, male loggerhead, named Sotiris. He was named Sotiris. We name our turtles here. Sometimes they are so many, so we have to be able to distinguish them. So Sotiris came at the ARCHELON Sea Turtle Rescue Center in 2017 with a severe carapace injury. To be honest, we were not sure if it was because of a boat strike or if it was even deliberately inflicted. But in any case, Sotiris was here for like 1 year and 2 months at the rescue center to receive care. And he was released after that time. And this year, in the summer, he was actually spotted. So after a few years, yeah, it was see him. He was spotted by a diver in an island quite far away from here, from Athens. So we were very excited. The diver noticed the metal tags that we had placed. They were, like shining because of the so he noticed that. He took videos of Sotiris. He was looking very well, and
oh my God, that's so exciting.
Definitely wonderful.
That's so exciting because I met that turtle too.
Yes.
Wow, yeah.
Really amazing to have this opportunity to actually know what's happening with the animals that you release.
Yeah, especially it's been 2 years since the release, so to see that he's doing well, that's so gratifying. That's great news. Now I got really excited. Well, I guess we should even try to get a picture of him to show people how it looked, because it definitely was a very horrible trauma to the carapace that he had, but he was a fighter.
Yeah, we spend a lot of hours doing the treatment, so yeah.
But I can imagine it's quite hard to choose one because you get so many, and it is so impactful, the work that you do on them, especially because you in particular in Greece, and I guess little parts of the world fortunately have that issue with the head traumas, but they do an amazing, unbelievable recovery, and it's definitely quite emotional to go through the whole process, especially because it takes a year, sometimes two, to get them through, and so you definitely get very attached. And I didn't know about Sotiris, so that was really nice. So now another hard question, which is, do you have any favorite fact about sea turtles, or do you know why you love to work with them and want to help them?
Well, I definitely, let's say, I kind of admire actually the species. I really respect how and admire how resilient they are. It's really incredible with all these severe injuries. They're coming here, and they are true like warriors. And of course, they have been here on our planet for like millions of years. So I kind of feel like I have to help them. Like I have to do this, and it is an incredible species. It is a species that we definitely have to protect. Its role is really, really like crucial. So yeah, all these reasons, I guess, and of course that feeling of the first time ever that I touched a turtle when I started my volunteering here at the rescue center. That kind of feeling of like holding an animal and cleaning an animal like that, it was just incredible. Like, yeah. I always like them. I always love them. So
And it's incredible because you can release as many as you've done, and it's still it's still a different feeling every time, and it's just so emotional. It was beautiful when we did the Lazarus release at sunset. Definitely,
exactly.
every turtle, you put so much into them.
Exactly like that, and every turtle is like so special, so different, even like behaviorally speaking. Even each of the turtle that's coming here has its own story, let's say. And like you already mentioned earlier, like we are emotional about them. Like we have this special like way of being in contact with them. So yeah.
Because obviously where you are at, you get some of the juvenile ones, but mostly you get adults and sub-adults. And these adult loggerheads, and even, well, you don't get adult greens, but the adult loggerheads are definitely really big turtles with a lot of years on their back, a lot of history already. So it's quite, not intimidating, but it's quite fascinating to have them there and be able to be a bit part of their story, but get them out again. Because those are the ones that will perpetuate the species and have already the capacity to reproduce and everything. So definitely it's quite an intense task that you have over there.
Yeah.
To ending our interview, would you be able to tell our members how or what ways can not only your local community, but also global community help you guys out and participate?
Everything is on our website. It's very easy to find out. People in general, you can help us by making an adoption of, like, we have the adoption scheme, as we call it, different kinds of adoptions, like a hatchling or an adult turtle, or specifically one of the turtles that we care for here at the rescue center, if you wish to. We also have our online e-shop with a lot of ARCHELON related things, very nice ones as well.
Yeah.
And of course, all these we also have the possibility of a donation, and of course to come here and become a volunteer here at the rescue center or at one of our beach projects in Greece.
And I can assure everyone that if you do go to Greece, you won't forget the experience. Thank you so much, Eirini, for taking the time, because I know you've just received a lot of turtles this week, and you're very busy. So thank you so much for being so kind and finding the opportunity to discuss with us and let us know a bit more about ARCHELON. I really wish I get to visit you soon again once restrictions get light. Yeah. For everyone who's watching, if you have any questions, either for Eirini directly or about ARCHELON, you can leave in the comment section on Facebook or Instagram, Twitter, and we'll try to get to you back, well, whenever, as soon as possible. Just be kind in waiting a bit. And you can also visit ARCHELON's website at archelon.gr. Or if you are interested in having your sea turtle rescue center featured in these interviews or become an affiliated member of Sea Turtle Rescue Alliance, you can visit our website. It's seaturtlerescuealliance.org, and you can find all the information there about how to become a member. So we're still in the very beginnings of the production, but we do hope to start creating this global community that we can interact with each other. And so letting you know a bit more about all the rescue centers around the world, hopefully will make you more interested in participating with us and sharing your experiences and knowledge and, improving the medical care of sea turtles around the world. So thank you so much, Eirini. Have a good year.
Thank you for having me. It was lovely. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.